Finally.
Hey, Cookie.
Hey, Cookie.
Oh my god, everyone. Welcome. Alright, so I just jumped everything in. Everything's live.
Beautiful.
God, we'll get it all going. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. This is the pre-race
that's my
show.
thing.
Nope, I'm doing it. I always do this for this. I'm doing it.
It's my thing, Devin.
It's hey, that's endurance chat, all right? This is barely endurance chat. So, good morning, everyone. This is a bright, wonderful morning here in America. A cool, brisk evening in Australia, and a nice and temperate temperature at Circuit de la Sarthe in Le Mans, France, for the 24 Hours of Le Mans 2019, and the final round of this year's Super Season for WEC. Championships will be decided. Another overall winner of Le Mans will be glorified and in legendary status throughout the years, and we'll see how the BOP shakes out now after we've had some pre-race adjustments. So, good morning, everyone. Sorry for the delay. Let me just first off, and again, I'm going to just quickly go on a spiel here. I had an internet issue, and we were about 15 minutes late. So I finally got off the phone with my ISP, finally got all the internet done. So I just hit start on everything, and hopefully we can hear everybody. So if there's any issues, throw it up in the chat and let me know. But yeah, so let me get it started here. So obviously we have Flood, because where would I be without Flood and me? We have Cassis, Chris. Who else we got in here? I think we have Soul Hymus as well.
Chris?
So.
Hey.
We want both Chris's?
Oh, we got both Chris's. I didn't see Kiwi in here. Hey, Kiwi. So we got most of the crew. Most of the crew for Endurance Chat. So hey, Flood, why don't you take it over?
So I'm firstly going to say you might notice my voice is a little bit more fuzzy. That is because my computer is now a brick, and I'm running currently on my headset and my housemate's 8-year-old laptop. That's how I'm going to be watching Le Mans this year. Luckily, my emergency battle station does also include Chromecasting to a 60-inch TV, so I got that going for me. But we persevere. Firstly, I just want to welcome back Cassis. It's been, what, like 4 years since you've been on Endurance Chat?
It's been exactly 1 year, because I showed up last year.
He did show up.
I did show up last year.
That's right.
Just to do random number generation to successfully predict the GT AM winner.
Oh, congratulations. This is going very, very well. So firstly, guys, as usual, there's been the customary Friday change in BOP in the GTE classes. I think most of the GTE cars have lost a little bit of weight, except the big block Chevy. And the Astons have had a little bit of a power reduction. What do we think?
Boo.
I hate Friday adjustments.
I think it's gonna do nothing.
Really?
24 hours.
Well, then that's a huge blunder by the ACO. Then, if it does nothing, because I mean, the only reason why they do this is if they saw clear advantage from a team. That's the only thing I can give them, and I've made that comment a couple times on Reddit already, where there is no ability for me to understand why you would make that change unless you were like, this is going to be bad. So it's got to make a difference. Otherwise, why did you do it in the first place?
I think it's going to make a small difference. It'll be subtle. It'll be something like the Porsches got closer to their theoretical best than the Astons, but the Astons were still faster, or something like that. So that's why they've done it. Or, they got closer to their top speed. It'll be a small thing. But I think the change in GTE AM is a bit more substantial. The Ford gets a little lighter and the Porsches get a little heavier, which makes sense because 5 of the top 6 were Porsches, and then the one that was missing was the Krone car, which is scattered across the Mulsanne Highway.
Which is a fair bit lighter now than it was when it started.
Just a little bit.
Tracy Krone, man. When that accident happened, I was like, that is the most Tracy Krone thing to ever happen, because because somebody was like, no, a tire went down, suspension failure. I'm like, guys, this is Tracy Krone.
Tracy Krone.
That is not the norm.
He just
apparently
has AirPods
what happened
and he couldn't hear
was
anything else.
You going well, guys?
Hey, apparently what happened was that there was a white flag being shown on circuit. So I'm not sure if Tracy Krone was suddenly trying to slow down, or he was trying to avoid a car that was suddenly slowed down, or he was trying to avoid a car that was avoiding a car that was suddenly slowed down. But the end result is he swerved while braking, and you know that you never swerve while braking if you're in Australia, because that's how you end up flipping cars instead of hitting kangaroos.
Okay.
No, man, white
Chris,
flag in America.
Kiwi.
I mean, it means white flag at the final lap. You know, Tracy Crown just pushed
It's
a little
true.
harder.
And yes, Bud, I know what you're going to say, and yes, I know what kangaroos are like to hit. They're not fun.
Yeah. Tell us a bit about this story. This is a story from 18 months ago.
Yeah. So I was driving
listening.
home one night, then a nice dark highway doing 110, and then suddenly Skippy appears out of nowhere and destroys my car.
Skippy.
Do you at least destroy Scrippy? Did you win the battle?
Oh, Skippy was a goner. Very tasty. But a goner.
Oh
Beautiful.
man, Tracy saw the Credit One Bank or his final lap sponsored by Credit One Bank. Mike Joy had to give that announcement real quick.
We're saying here we're making light of this, but we've got to say that Tracy was a little bit banged up by this. So
Yeah, he was quite shaken.
Yeah. To dispel the rumors, it wasn't like the ACO denied him to race. He legitimately was not cleared medically, and the team could not find an amateur driver to replace him. It's very difficult in this situation to find another amateur driver to fill in what that amateur driver essentially was paying the entire team to go race for. So that it was a little tough
Exactly.
in the team sense to do that.
Not necessarily maybe find an amateur driver. I mean, sure, I think even Tracy Crone isn't that crazy to just flat out deny the car from racing. But yeah, like 50% of the purpose of that car is for Crone to drive it.
It's green for it's
And
green for a reason.
Yeah, exactly. And it does bring to an end a streak of 14 consecutive Le Mans entries started for Tracy Crone and co-driver Nick Johnson. So that's an unfortunate streak to end, but at least he's mostly okay. The car can be repaired, he can't. So at least he's, shaken but not, broken.
I mean,
Which is
Given not stirred.
the best.
he is 64. He can be repaired.
Yeah.
He can't be repaired.
As Martin Havett put it on the broadcast, at that age you start to bounce a little less.
Yes.
So, exciting thing for me, watching the practice and qualifying sessions from the WEC, Le Mans, etc., whatever. P1 Privateers and S&P Racing hold the two fastest laps of Le Mans behind the Toyota TS050. Rebellion and S&P have gone faster than the Porsche 919 rather. The Audi R18, that was the one I was thinking of. They've gone faster than every other at Le Mans ever, except for the Toyota. That,
which is crazy, absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
In the hybrid era, we got cars that shun the hybrid completely, just going completely that fast.
it's mental, isn't it? It's the way that the technology has improved, even over 1 year. The privateers are like 5 seconds faster than they were in qualifying last year. That's crazy.
5 seconds, really? Wow.
I think qualifying for the prototypes were in the 320s. I think one of them stuck to a 319, whereas this year the S&Ps were down in 316.
Well, to be fair, Toyota did go 2 seconds faster as well, so,
2 seconds faster?
From qualifying one, they said 317 went to 315. But yeah, I that is an incredible feat, and I think that if we didn't have the Toyotas and just the raw pace of the P1 privateers is just unreal. And I as much as I appreciate the 315s, I do get the understanding of the ACO and FI where that is an incredibly fast speed, and we've never ever gone this fast with privateers going this fast. So. I think the potential for slowing these cars down for the next regs is understandable. How much so, we'll see. But yeah, these things are just insanely quick, and that is nothing to take away from S&P and Rebellion for going that quick. I mean, that is nuts quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I may.
Go ahead.
There's one thing
You go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
There you
Okay,
go.
I'll go ahead.
All right.
Okay, so, quickly before we run off topic. Now, obviously, it's great that S&P managed to stay on all 4 tires throughout the Le Mans sessions. I think that's a great start. Hopefully, it stays that way. Second thing, Rebellion have had troubles with their engine. Now,
Both screens in active
engine in both
Rebellion.
car. God damn it. So Rebellion have kept in the spirits of their, be a rebel sort of thing with their graffiti and their art cars, and now they're sending smoke signals. Both engines, they're upgraded Gibson engines, and they've both failed in the 6 to 10 hours of running range, which is more than a WEC event, but less than 24 hours. They both reverted back to their old spec engine. Guys, Rebellion, are we scared?
Yes.
Yeah.
The rebellion was quenched in blood.
This is what they get for being a rebel.
Oh well,
But they can't. They said they reverted back to the old spec, right?
Yeah.
Surely there's some parts in that new engine that are still going to be related to that new spec that they can't change easily.
Yeah, so they've kind of, I think part of it's like an ECU control, so they basically just backed it off, and put in older engines so that way they're not pushing them too hard. Shout out to DC3 in the chat who said Rebellion breaking before nightfall equals finish your drink. I will be doing that very much, my friend.
No, he said finish your drink, not finish.
Nightfall being what? About 7-8 hours in? 7 hours.
That.
Yep.
Or something like that, yeah, because Europe's very north, so their sun sets like at 10:30 p.m. or something ridiculous.
Yeah.
10:30 p.m. for me right now.
Yeah. If I just may share the story, I went to Latvia once, and we arrived on Thursday evening, and we were in a bus going through town, and the streets were completely empty. And it's light outside, and you figure like, why is no one doing anything? And then we figured it's 11 p.m.
Sounds friggin' amazing.
Nothing's gonna happen.
Hey, it is amazing.
Okay, so how
on
long?
Fridays. Go ahead.
Yeah, how long till Rebellion engines blow up?
23 hours. 23 hours, 57 minutes.
That's
Oh, no.
I'm gonna give them. I'm gonna give them a generous 15 hours with their art cars splattered out on the race instead of on the cars.
Brutal.
You said they
As well,
reverted
say
to
hi,
old
Lana.
spec.
Hey, Lada. So,
Hi, because you don't have the
Hi,
appropriate
guys.
role. Oh, you can. Hi, Lana.
Sunset is exactly 7 hours into the race, so I'm giving them 7 hours and 2 minutes, so I don't die of liver damage.
Brilliant.
So as tradition, usually we have a few things, and Fla touched on it earlier, almost like a drinking game. So I had initially set the bar for Tracy Crone, so now I can't do that anymore. So we need to start coming up with some new ideas. Literally, for mine was just involving him crashing, and if he crashed out during the race, then you have to finish your beer. Or no, you'd have to take a shotgun because it's American. So any Americans have to shotgun the beer if he would have crashed out. Like if he would have spin, I think it's finish your beer while he's driving. If he would have caused a slow zone safety car, then you have to finish your beer. And then if he crashed out while he's driving, you have to chug a beer.
See,
And if he flips it, you can do a yardie.
Oh, Jesus.
We first.
Because Australia.
Well, it's Labra competition now.
But they're not really spinny. They're just slow. We need a spinny car, guys. Volunteer. Well, give us some help in the chat. Which car is the most spinny car? Do you reckon? We'll give you guys 5 minutes to sort it out, and then we'll come back to you.
17.
17.
Well, I like
S&P.
that.
No, S&P's gonna be great.
No,
The
they'll
S&P
run
level
into
11 is going to be
things.
great. 17 hasn't finished the race without physical incident.
It'd be fine. What's the worst that can happen? It's not like they blew up an engine trying to return to Porsche curves last year.
I think the 70.
That was the 11.
I think the 70 is gonna take that position back.
70s. So the
Oh.
70 is the MR
MR
Racing
Racing.
Ferrari.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Mr. Racing. Yeah, they've been in a lot of.
Sorry, DC3 in chat. Gotta say the Kessel Racing female car might be a bit spinny, followed by ducks.
That's my FWEC pick, by the way.
Where's David Reynolds when you need him?
Oh boy. Okay.
David Reynolds would just have heat stroke.
Moving on. I'm gonna volunteer the golf racing car, but moving on. We're gonna move on from that. LMP2. We have seen about 5 different cars at the top of LMP2. We should have seen the Graph car starting on pole, but what happened? Anyone want to tell me what happened?
Kept hitting.
Oh no, you seem pretty much know everything, Flood. Why don't you tell me?
Yeah, I mean, Chris can do it.
The Graph car had a boo-boo, and Capillier forgot to turn into the weighbridge and got disqualified from the qualifying session.
Wow.
Round of applause, everyone.
Proper am racing that.
So instead of
Ain't this
Frenchie's
the
being
guy-
Frenchie with one car, sorry, Cassis, go ahead.
Ain't this the guy who Kobayashi got confused by a few years ago?
Yep.
Yes, he's the thumbs up guy.
Oh, is he?
Yes, he is the thumbs up guy. If you remember watching in 2017, in that mid-race, middle of the night safety car, when Kobayashi was waiting at the pit exit light, he is the famed driver, not a marshal, who gave Kobayashi a thumbs up, which Kobayashi misinterpreted as being a indication to leave the pits.
And then burn the
Resulted in
clutch.
him burning out his clutch, which resulted in him retiring just past the Porsche curves, which resulted in Cookie Monster falling into another bout of racing induced depression.
Oh, look, it's a
was
pre-race
always
show
gonna
for
come
Le
back to
Mans, and
was
oh
always
look, oh
gonna
yeah,
come back to
yeah,
you.
everything comes back to Le Mans, doesn't it, Flood? including Le Mans, the Le Mans 2016. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
including various bouts of your racing induced depression.
Boy, I'm glad I can
See, this
joke
is
about
why
it now. I'm glad I can joke about it now, knowing that I've passed the problem with Toyota.
Are
Le
you really
Mans.
though?
No, I have not. I need Hypercar and Toyota to beat somebody relevant in order for me to feel like I've vindicated myself.
It's my old friend.
Well, it was dark. It has been dark most of the time that they've gone out of the race. The only lone time was when they were 4 minutes away from winning it. They usually, destroy themselves when it's dark out. So you're not wrong, sir. Just a dick.
I mean, we knew that. He's Australian. Of course he's a dick.
Oh man, you drive me to a lot of different things, Chris.
Okay, now we get to a very special moment, guys. It is the live posting of the Le Mans race thread. Here we go.
Yeah, this is why we created this, so that we can
Right?
we can fully announce
We can
this.
boast.
Sky Active Hour or whatever. I think it's Car Hour. I think we were changing the name to Car Hour. That I think
We're gonna be memeing it a lot less this year because in the past it's kind of just gone off the rails, and
yeah.
we
That's the
yeah.
point.
It might be
also-
voice channel. I don't know. We'll see.
Oh, God.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
danger.
There might be a voice chat wrinkle in this one this year,
Just
boys.
let the memes fly.
Yeah, otherwise, Flood, if you'd like, I don't have to unveil the Edward Freitas special flair.
It's Edward Freitas. Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah?
This needs to happen.
Good. I'm glad I now have your support. So yes.
I'm glad I'm going to be working for
Can
8
we,
hours.
can we
Jeez.
can we have Eduardo Freitas announce Car Hour?
Car hour in
So-
10 seconds.
So what is that
Okay.
website? That's Fiverr, I think. Where we can
Boy.
give $5 or tell somebody to do something for a certain amount of money. We just need Edward Freitas to be on that website so we can give him a small script, give him some money, and he can recite it for us. That'd be
I
perfect.
thought you said Grinder for a second. Like, why is it Eduardo Freitas on Grinder?
Well,
Now the AM.
Now-
Oh,
now
Kiwi-
this
we
is
know
where
Kiwi's
yeah.
mind's going.
No, I've been working on a special for at least over a year. I'm gonna unveil it. This is an exclusive from Endurance Chat. Edward Freitas is not on Grindr, and I've checked everywhere. He's not.
Well, that's a shame. No, we're not talking about this.
What? Oh, we're not. Okay, sorry. Off the rails. So yes. So we have all of our fears cured now with the future of Le Mans. It's not going to die. It's not going to go away. But are we okay with its now set in stone future as of yesterday?
You mean
Finally.
the Hypercar race?
Maybe.
Yes.
Finally, maybe yes.
Yes.
Yes, no,
I'll
maybe.
let's go Sol first.
I don't
Sol
know.
He's singing.
Okay, yep, no, not Sol. Kiwi first.
I think if nothing else, I went to the ACO to give them a chance with this at least.
I'm in the same boat. I mean, there's a few things about it that I really don't like. Firstly, the 330 lap at Le Mans, that's kind of slow and lethargic. Secondly, the 1100 kilograms. That's pretty damn heavy.
Bulky.
Yeah, that's pretty fat.
Pretty. Hypercar, you're looking pretty thick.
It's
Hey,
too thick for me. Sorry, I'm into skinny girls. But anyway, the problems I have with those is A,
Like
it's going to make the
on
racing look really lethargic compared to what we have now, and B, it's going to slow down the LMP2 class, and that to me is a bigger problem than the racing being lethargic. Slowing down the LMP2 class is going to just cause a bunch of run-on problems, and I'm not sure how they're going to fix it, but I am willing to give it a shot. So we'll see how we go.
So, if I may, they said that they are targeting a lap. They are targeting quotes a lap around 3:30, which is average race pace. My expectation
This is
is
true.
that the average race pace will be 3:27 because the teams are always one step ahead. That's a truth of racing as far as I know. So 3:27 race pace, so 3:25 quali pace at the very slowest, which isn't that bad.
But that is also pretty much right where about
That's true.
oh yeah, RPG. I'll say it again for those who haven't realized. I'm not on my normal account because my computer is a brick. On the biggest weekend for me in the year, it is literally turned into a brick. It doesn't even have a drive in it at the moment because the drive is broken.
Back.
So I have.
So what you're saying is your computer's like a Toyota.
So Flood, more on what you were talking about earlier. It is going to be really difficult because essentially what they're doing is they're trying to speed up LMP3 by giving it about 40 more brake horsepower. Maybe we'll BOP that out somehow. So you're speeding up the LMP3s, you're slowing down the hypercars, and then you've got LMP2, which floats in between. All while you're supposed to fit GTE Pros under LMP3, but then over GT AM. Well, I mean, it's the same, but
Are GT Pros under LMP3? Because the GT3 don't in a race like
barely. They're barely
GT3
slower.
GT3s usually win.
They are basically the same. So the Road to Le Mans race that was just on before had a lap time of around 3 minutes 48. GTE Pro qualifying, 3 minutes 48. Very, very close. On a track that was more like Sebring or more like Monza, well, maybe not Monza. A track where mechanical grip is more of a big deal. Yeah. Oh no, Silverstone's more of an aero track. Something like Algarve or Monaco. P3 car would be nowhere, and it would just be all GT cars.
GTs around Monaco.
The problem the LMP3 used to have, and somebody tell me if this has changed, is that the LMP3 has barely a little performance in hand, but the problem with it is the car being so aero dependent with so little horsepower is not AM friendly. AMs cannot get anywhere close to the performance out of it, and that's the case with every car, but it was a bigger problem with the P3s. So the ultimate lap time of the P3 would beat the GT, but the AMs just...
the AMs in it,
the AMs would be in the middle of the GT pack.
We've seen a bit of that in ELMS competition, but they have made it a little better. I think giving it a little bit more speed has helped separate it out and made it more drivable, because you rarely see GT3s or GTEs en masse ahead of the LMP3s anymore in ELMS. That just doesn't really happen.
That's true.
They had so many issues with the... Sorry. I remember they just having so many issues with the brake 25 meters before the turn, because that's what you needed to do in that car. And AMs just couldn't do it.
And furthermore, if it rains, then you're in a spot of bother again. Because
exactly. If you rain, it's just going to be GTs everywhere. Okay, I'm going to round back to where we were 10 minutes ago. Guys, who's the new Crone car? Who's the new if they spin, we drink car?
The 70.
Anyone suggestions?
The 70.
Nominations. Anyone else? 70's been nominated.
That's it.
I think I'll go 83 just for the memes, but okay.
Oh, shh. So what you're saying, guys, is Ferrari.
Yes.
I was going to say WeatherTech.
Ferrari have been reliably. If you take a look at Formula One, Ferraris have been reliably spinning for 2 years.
DC3 in chat. Dragon Speed LMP1. Headman at the wheel.
Oh, it won't be spinning it.
Ooh.
This is true. Drink every time the 70 gets a penalty. That's just...
Chris, we don't want to die.
Or do we?
80.
Population control.
Moving on.
Darkness, my old friend.
Yeah, so unfortunately with this year we're not going to have as good of live timing as we did. Unfortunately,
You haven't
we
been in the
had.
Discord, have you?
Well, no, I haven't. Did we find a
Yes.
solution for this?
Yes.
Yes, we did.
We
Oh,
found a
man.
Google Chrome extension.
Sports car autists unite.
We shouldn't be broadcasting this.
That's true.
It's actually like 4 solutions now. You guys are amazing. This is the one thing I love about this community. When something like this happens, yeah, we get mad for like a day, and then we just fix it. Like, that's been amazing. And
the ultimate pirate flag.
Do you know what?
we are basically bicollars. We are r/bicollars.
Oh yeah, we haven't
almost-
asked when are they going to catch on fire. I'm sorry guys, but when are they going to catch on fire too? That has to be.
Car hour. Car
for
hour.
my-
Oh no.
First hour.
And
For my sake, I hope the first
Yes.
hour.
because
Okay, why is it for your sake, Kiwi Chris? Why is
Oh
it for your
no!
sake?
Did you make a bet,
All
Chris?
right.
Okay.
You did.
Everyone remember last year I downed a jar of olives. In college with the first hour.
Oh yeah.
This
What's
year,
disgusting?
I've pulled out the hot,
Save it from
the hot
tears.
peppers. I've put out the hot peppers from my fridge. I'll consume 1 hot pepper for every 2 laps the college does in the first hour.
No.
If it makes the first hour.
No.
You need to broadcast this live. You know that.
Kiwi, I hope you know you're probably eating that entire jar of peppers.
Oh, dude, I want to see this. I want updates. All I want. I don't even want to see you eat it. I just want to see what your face looks like after you eat one, and like the progression of how red your face gets as it goes along.
Full disclosure, I probably won't be eating until after I come back from work tomorrow night.
Ah, you.
Hey,
Oh.
eat them alive.
Well,
Eat
I'm not
them
gonna
alive.
I'm not gonna be around a whole bunch of 14-year-olds going, "Oh, sheesh, I've got the really massive heaving, you know what?"
Just the visual of you going no, and it's like crossing the line. You just have to you like draw one out of the jar. Like,
Wait, Kiwi. What happens if they finish an odd number of laps?
He's lucky.
half a pepper.
Half a pepper. I should.
Oh,
That's when I should have got. That's when I should got. I was originally going to get those really, really hot, the California Reaper ones.
Carolina Reaper.
Oh no, that would have
Carolina
been a bad
Reapers.
time.
Are you suicidal?
Moving on.
I've recently seen videos of people eating Carolina Reapers, and it does not look like a good time. They were basically knocked on their ass for a good 25-30 minutes afterwards. And then
Yes,
on their
Cassius, I
ass
could do
again
that.
for a further hour or 2 after that. Oh, bad times, everyone, bad times. So, car guys, Toyota, Aston Martin, Glickenhaus, Bicollars, Rebellion maybe, S&P maybe, who we're looking at in year 3 or 2, Porsche maybe, Macca maybe.
McLaren, we're gonna do it, and then they're gonna cancel it in May of 2021.
I don't know. I think they're the front runner for being this year 2
Yeah.
OEM to come in. I think I don't see any other one that is ahead of McLaren right now in terms of my confidence that they'd be
That's
here.
true.
So
Do you know who I'd love to see? I'd love to see Koenigsegg. It's
Would be
right up
kinda
their alley.
scary.
I also expect to hear something from someone in Asia.
Ooh, okay.
Because-
I mean, well,
because-
Toyota's in Asia.
Neo, right?
Well, but I mean, like the other parts of Asia.
Neo's all electric.
Because I
Like
look at
Volvo.
companies like- possibly.
Imagine
But
Volvo.
I look at companies like Hyundai who are starting to roll out their hybrids now.
Yeah, but I
Yes.
guess. I mean,
Yes.
you could
Yes.
you could say that, but
It's a cheap enough program.
Hyundai doesn't have much, much in the way of factory racing heritage. I think
Which is fine.
I think what
no
they're
one
gonna
in
do.
South Korea
Neither
or
does-
China has heritage.
I think what they're
I
going to do
mean-
with their hybrids is do WRC with them, and I think the Geely group might be more likely than
more years of motorsport saturation in Korea is needed before I think they start doing more international sponsored races, because I don't think that they have enough fan base back there that cares enough about these races yet. And I say yet because it's clear that it's growing in Korea and it's growing in that area. It's just I don't know if it's to that point yet where Korea's going, this is worth our money and time to share our brand for internationally as well as regionally as well. I don't know. Tough call.
That sounds about right.
Honestly, I just want to see Rimac get in on someone because, hey, glorious creation engineering.
But there's also Kia as well, and they're the same company. So
yeah, they're in bed with Hyundai.
yeah,
Are in bed with Hyundai.
So
So what about Ford? Oh no, Cookie, you can say your thing.
well, no, we're both kind of just keeping on the stuff. But my thing is, what is everybody's opinion now that we've gone? So you could see even on the stream, if anybody's watching, where the Rolex signage is to the left of the Michelin big board. You'll see what appears to be some open, empty fencing. This is a 2015 or 2016, I believe, recording. So that now is all filled up with garages. So we've got about 5 more entries than we used to have even 3 years ago. Does this factor into anything? I mean, do we see this subtly in, how quickly we can get stuff repaired, or, drivers maybe not getting to the paddock quickly because it's crowded, or there's 5 extra cars on track, so we might have another safety car. Is there anything really different that we'll see having 5 extra cars on the grid?
I don't think so.
No.
N24 is double the track length and like 3 times the car count.
The cars.
And it is so
the
much easier
only
to pass
case-
at Le Mans.
yeah.
Is
I
that
think the
Cassis?
only teams that are... Oh, yeah.
Just saying that at the Nürburgring, there are so many places where it's impossible for the higher class cars to pass the little roadsters, and that's not a problem at Le Mans, at Les Arth.
That's true.
So I think more cars is not at all a problem for this track. This track could be at capacity much more easy than tracks that currently are.
Furthermore, like
And remember, they are looking to 65 for the 100th anniversary, which will be in 2023, which will be the last year of the car regulations, if I recall correctly.
no,
or the second to last year.
Second to last. It's 4 seasons of petrol car, and then they're moving to
4
hydrogen
seasons in one day. Kiwi, you had something you wanted to say.
I was going to say the only teams I think that may potentially be disadvantaged is the United, only because their pit garages are temporary and look like they're a bit more cramped. That's the only disadvantage, I think. That's the only disadvantage I think that any of the teams will have. And because obviously their fueling rig's not hooked up to the massive tank, so they've got to do the old school dump the drums into the fueling rigs.
Beautiful. Beautiful. On a different tact, your favorite colors this year, guys, for cars? Which is your favorite livery? This is a discussion we haven't really had yet. We have on this grid, let me count them up. 1, 2,
Can I do per class?
3.
Can I do favorite per class?
Yeah, we can do per class. We'll get to that in a second. Let me just count up the art cars. 1, 2. I'm going to count the tribute liveries as art cars. So 1, 2, 6.
While he's doing
7.
that, we got about 15 minutes before the official stream starts, which is about a 30-minute pre-race stream before the race. So this is about a 45-minute warning before race start. Go out and get your vices. Go out and get your food. Settle in. Make sure you tell your family that you're not going to see them for 24 hours. Clean the couch. Do a little bit of vacuum. Wipe down the TVs and monitors. Make sure everything's working. Check the internet. Reset the modem, guys. Restart the computer.
Hello, darling. Oh, yeah, you got your clothes off. Sorry, I can't come over this racing going by.
Oh no, that is a given, Chris. There is to be no contact with anyone else.
And while they are on
I can't come see you. Call Fred.
See, I always go through this process while the stream is going down for the first 15 laps.
Yeah. Well, you can't really watch the race. Just go ahead and do everything because the stream is laggy.
Yeah. So I counted it, guys. We have 11 art cars or tribute liveries this year. Oh wait, I didn't count the Porsches. So 13.
15. Or 13.
Porsches are very trashy though.
Speaking of
trash, get out of here. That's it. Soul's getting kicked. Goodbye, Soul.
Speaking of very.
Oh no, I can't move him because I don't have my. No.
I was watching Porsche.
Okay, Chris,
trash.
I was watching Porsche Career Cup in Australia. There's a Porsche that had a livery like a comic book. So
that's pretty cool.
I want to say that it's trashy because, but yeah, whatever.
Is that Australia? Do you remember what car it was? Do you remember who the driver was?
Last name was Hill, I believe.
Jacob.
That's not very helpful.
Silent Hill. Faith Hill?
I don't know.
I'm done. Yeah, I don't know. See, the thing is, a lot of my friends are up there marshalling that event. So this is the V8 Supercars at Darwin. We have a strong South Australian contingent go up there and marshal that event. But I can't. Well, I chose not to because this is more important.
Obviously.
Anyway, so to answer your question, Flood, which is my favourite livery? I think it's the Wins car for me.
You think it's a winner?
Oh.
That's my joke.
Oh, yeah, that is a Kiwi joke through and through, Flood. Can't just take that from that man.
I'm not sorry. Deal
The
with
guy
it.
who stole the intro.
Oh boy. Is anybody gonna get upset at Martin Haven at any point throughout this race?
I
Absolutely.
mean, obviously. Someone asked in the YouTube, is this channel streaming the actual race? No, because otherwise we'd get sued.
Yeah.
So we're just chatting now.
We did do bootleg for a while, and we didn't get a lot of good comments from official people. So we kind of went, yeah, let's not do that again. So, but there are means if you have no ability to stream it officially or don't have the monetary funds. There are means to do it. I will not confirm nor deny them. But
Just said that there were means. That's confirming.
well, okay. There were means to find out whether or not that exists or not, and the existence is questionable. But there we go. I think I've skirted it officially. So
Hold on. Now, favorite livery car.
Guilty, Your
Go.
Honour.
Okay. Per class. LMP1
Take me away.
number one rebel. LMP2 so many to choose from. I'm just going through the spotters guide now.
There is in fact 20 to choose from.
Indeed.
Konica Minolta because it's basically a DPI.
Hey!
Yep, I'll take it. GTE Pro, so?
GT Pro 66, I think. The black
The
one.
black and white one.
Yeah, the
Oh,
black
yeah,
one.
that is smexy.
And GTM, holy hell, which one did I pick? 56 looks absolutely amazing. Have we seen that in the night yet? Like, with the eyes behind it?
Spun off to the side and then rejoined with its glowing eyes facing the camera.
Guys.
That was terrifying.
Oh my god. Yeah.
But I think I have to say 83. Because
Or a
it's just...
fan of the pink car, the pink and blue striped car.
Whatever they've done with that livery just looks perfect.
Nice.
Chris,
Fair enough.
you've got a website to check in case the bike holes is on fire during Le Mans, by the way. So you don't even have to watch the stream. You can just refresh the website now.
Awesome.
Sorry.
And add that to your tabs.
Yeah, that actually should be a
right.
part of the official stream links.
The race thread. I'll put it in the race thread, guys. Whereabouts is that link? Has the
I've got
bike
it.
collars caught fire?
Yeah, it's has the bike holes caught fire today. .racing.
Fantastic. That is not the thread I want. I want this one.
And the
think
shot they
that's
have
to the
is
left.
of what is that? That's of Le Mans, but you can see like the fire rising from the trees in the background.
No, that's Silverstone.
Is that Silverstone?
Yeah, it looks like
Yeah,
Silverstone.
Silverstone.
Where? Which picture? Where?
No, it can't be
in
Silverstone.
the
There's
chat,
47
Sol.
cars. It's got to be Le Mans.
Oh, right.
Well, that'd be fun.
And there's,
Oh, yeah.
and there's 7.5 hours in the race. It's got to be Le Mans.
That's true.
Okay, so my favorite car. Wait, no, we haven't heard Chris Wash's favorite car. What's your favorite livery?
So I guess I go Souls route and I'll choose per class. I like Dragon Speeds a lot.
Golf
LMP1,
Tribute, beautiful.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. For LMP2, I think I'm gonna go with. Lots of good choices, but I think I'm gonna go with the 4070 Sentinel Racing guy. I'm gonna go with the 47 in LMP2 because I think that's a Pescarolo throwback.
Yes.
Oh.
Interesting, because that's not actually a special livery of it. That's just the one they normally run, isn't it?
They had
It
the
is a-
green highlights this year, but if you look at
That's
past,
definitely true.
yeah, it's like a little throwback to Pescarolo a bit. In GTE Pro, okay, I think I'm gonna go with the 89 Reese car,
All right.
and then for AM, I'm gonna go with the 84.
Before? Oh yeah, nice. That's the JMW car with all the little references on it. So for those playing along at home, if you've got Andy Blackmore's Spotter's Guide in front of you, if you just go to spottersguide.com /LM_19 for this year's Le Mans guide, you'll actually see a little plaque that Andy Blackmore has made, which is all of the references that are on the JMW Motorsport car. So see if you can find them if you're watching the stream.
Well, here, Flood, let me reiterate. Guys, download the 2019 Andy Blackmore guide, spotter guide
guys,
for Le Mans. Sponsored by WeatherTech.
And us. We helped.
And us.
Oh, yeah, we did that too. We did a thing, maybe,
Yeah.
sort of. We helped with
You
support.
have the logo at the bottom.
Really, I helped.
Okay.
Because
All right,
I'm
Flood.
always
Okay, Flood helped everyone. Everyone thank Flood.
And also, thank you to Ollie and his mates for getting our branding around the track as well. Speaking of
yes.
logos.
If you are watching the stream intently, on the exit of Arnage Corner and the first total braking marker on turn 1 actually have endurance chat stickers on them, so keep an eye out for them. This is guerrilla marketing, everyone.
And also hello to everyone in Norway who now listens to us because of your commentator.
Wait, what the heck? What's going on?
Why is he listening
Again,
to
for
us? What, there's more official things
why
to listen to, man.
does anyone listen to us? You in the chat right now. Why do you listen to us?
For my highbrow analysis.
Well, you're in the wrong place.
And for my lowbrow analysis.
Oh man, it's just punching up and below the belts at this point.
Absolutely right. Okay, we are 5 minutes away from the official stream starting. That means we have 5 minutes left of this this chat to go before we go offline and go to watch the biggest motor racing event of the year. I just want to let everyone know that I am wearing my Brumos t-shirt from Daytona that Kiwi Chris
Of course
very
you are.
nicely brought home for me. Of course, I had to. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
I've got my
Now
Toyota
we get to-
Toms. I got my Toyota Toms, 1991. It's the TSO10 crew shirt. I somehow found that on eBay, so I'm rocking that one.
How did that go for the TSO 1?
They were leading and broke a gearbox. Marcus Winkelhock stopped.
Was it in the middle of the night?
No, it was not. It was during the day. It was with 2 hours to go. He actually stopped just after the pits, so there was no way to get back or anything, and the gearbox broke.
Oh, no.
Something about Toyotas and stopping at the pits.
Oh wait, sorry, that was 90. Was that 92 or 93 that happened? I think that was 92. I can't remember. I can't. There's been
it's
so
too
many
easy. Okay.
problems that Toyota's had. Sorry, go ahead, Flood.
Okay, so final thing. I bet our favorite part of the evening, well, for evening for me,
Morning,
for
bro.
you guys, whatever time of the day it is, predictions. This is where we sell everyone absolutely the wrong idea. I think my favorite part of this in the past is when we tried to predict LMP1 in 2017, and there was 4 of us. 2 of us picked the number 7 car, 1 of us picked the number 8 car, and then someone picked the number 1 car. And the winner that year was the number 2, because everyone else broke down. You know what you're getting in for. Okay, LMP1 predictions. Is it the 7 or the 8 or a privateer? Go.
8.
Everyone shout at once.
17.
7.
7.
Ooh, I heard
11.
17 there.
Yep.
And
17.
11.
No way, it's
What's wrong
17.
with you people?
Yeah, it's not
I'll
17.
tell you,
If it's an SMP, it's gonna be number 11 because 17 can't finish a race without crashing out.
if you're going to finish your race, why not make it this one?
Yeah, sure.
Exactly.
But
think
I just have
probably- I think this would
Go
be
Kiwi,
Mark's,
and then-
like about
I just have a concern about the Toyotas at the moment because we've seen this season they've either A, done something stupid, or B, have the car fail on them. That's just giving me a little bit of doubt over the course of 24 hours.
Yeah, that's true.
this would probably mark my 2nd or 3rd year predicting LMP1 in this little pre-race show. And for the 3rd time or 2nd time in the row, I'm going to pick by Collins. Because fuck it, I want to watch it burn. not, I want to watch the world burn.
Oh,
Not by
are we?
Collins.
Wonders of
Are
live
we allowed to-
podcasting.
Are we allowed
Oh,
to-
it's a bit late now, isn't it? It's a bit late now.
Fuck it, then it's elsewhere.
Rebellion. No, let's not. SMP or Rebellion? Okay, go.
SMP.
so one
SMP.
person answered.
SMP. If
SMP?
it was SMP Rebellion, SMP.
Well, I think SMP for the wins. Of course, SMP.
LMP2. Which Frenchie is the Frenchiest of all the Frenchies?
The Signatech Alpine.
Drive.
Obviously.
The Dragon Speed, which I think should still have a penalty for what it did in qualifying, but 31.
I think it's gonna be the rebadged Alpine, honestly.
Alpine? So everyone loves the Alpine.
The
love a
rebadged
good
Alpine. The rebadged Alpine, the orange Alpine.
You mean the Orica? Oh, you mean the Oris?
Yes. I mean, I mean that Job van Uitert is the most jammiest am of them all, and they're gonna win.
That was actually very brilliant pronunciation. I'm so proud of you. GTE Pro, which cuisine reigns supreme?
Give me a Big Mac.
89.
All about that American muscle. 89, really? They're slower than the GTE AMs. What's wrong with you?
I reckon. Problem is, it's so damn close in GTE Pro. Might as well just flip for 17 billion coins and see what happens.
Flood, you're gonna love me. 93, baby.
Yeah, I could have done that.
Give me a 93.
Corvette.
You're all about that 93?
all about
You're
the
on my train.
I'm Core Autosport all the way, baby. Let's go.
Oh,
About that 93
Core overload.
train. I reckon that car is just, yes, all about the core overload. Finally, GTE AM. Pick a bronze driver, any bronze driver.
77.
Pathetic.
You do.
Compact.
We've got 77.
And Lauder.
And so,
Eddie Cheever the third.
Fuck off.
Hey, there you go.
Sorry.
85 for me.
No,
if you
Cassius, you were gonna go 85. I knew you were gonna say that, man.
honestly, the 77. 77.
Eddie Cheever the third will be the driver who gets the least amount of penalties, and that's 7.
That's because the car,
that
the
is-
car will be finished before he gets a chance to drive it.
But Eddie Cheever the third is a silver.
True.
You said
I
pick
said
bronze.
pick bronze drivers, guys.
I did.
And
Yeah,
on that note, ladies and gentlemen, the official stream has literally just started. And to the end of this abbreviated Le Mans race show. Thank you everyone who has contributed on Endurance Chat over the past 12 months. 1,000 downloads on Podbean, on our host over the last 14 months. And that is all due in part to you guys listening. Thank you everyone at r/WEC for being the most amazing community that anyone could be part of. Has been beautiful to see that place grow and prosper, and the spirit in the last month and a half has been fantastic. Thank you to everyone who did Le Mans Legends race reports, including a bunch of people in this conversation right now. I've done some absolutely beautiful things, and it's been brilliant to read some OC that hasn't been sort of forced.
No, Flood,
and finally,
you're
thank you to everyone
breathtaking.
listening.
You're breathtaking. No, you're breathtaking. It's Le Mans, baby. Yeah. Gazoo!
Peace out.